We didn't fall in love all at once. No, we leaned that way by degrees, like two tired lamps in adjacent windows, casting light through different streets. You liked your coffee dark and patient. I like my trouble dressed in jokes. Somewhere between your careful silence and my old habit of smoke, we found a little table near the bandstand where the room moved gentle and blue. And all night long the city turned in a slow orbit for two. A slow orbit for two. That's all I ever wanted. Not fireworks, not a comet street, just a light that stayed and haunted. A slow orbit for two, with the whole wide world shut through. Let the stars go run their wild ways. Give me one steady spin with you.
You told me about your mother's hands, how they could mend a hand by feel.
I told you mine were built for leaving, even when I meant to keep it real.
You said a man can learn new weather.
I said maybe under your kind sky, then smiled because it felt too hopeful to let that line go by. The drummer brushed the snare so softly, even regret felt briefly new. And every glass, every low horn sighed for a slow orbit for two. A slow orbit for two. That's all I ever wanted. Not thunder, not a grand parade, just a love not easily haunted. A slow orbit for two, with the whole wide world shut through. Let the stars go run their wild ways. Give me one steady spin with you.
If tomorrow breaks us open,
if life gets sharp and strange,
hold my hand through the turning,
till the turning learns our names.
Now sometimes love is not a blaze.
Sometimes it's a chair pulled close, a coat set warm across your shoulders when the river wind bites most.
If I sing this like a prayer now,
it's because I know what's true.
in a restless world of passing light, I'd still choose that room,
choose you.
A slow orbit
for two. That's all I ever wanted. Not fireworks, not a comet streak, just a light that stayed and haunted. A slow orbit for two, with the whole wide world shut through. Let the stars go run their wild ways. Give me one steady spin with you.
You said love should burn clean, leave no shadow on the wall. But I smoked up the ceiling and blackened every withal. I watched your dresses in the closet turn to strangers in the dark, and every little silence threw a match across my heart. By the time I found the bottle, By the time you found the door, we were speaking through the distance. Two sad people can't ignore. Now the hallway smells like rain, old wood, and what might have been. And I'm sweeping up the ashes in the seventh rain. Ashes in the seventh rain. Gray where gold once shined. I keep turning over pieces, hoping I can change my mind. Ashes in the seventh rain, drifting when I breathe. Funny how the hottest love can leave so cold a thing to breathe. Neighbor's radio was playing some sweet gospel after 10. Like heaven keeps good business hours for the broken hearts of men. I nearly laughed to hear it, nearly dropped down on my knees. But pride is a cheap religion, and it don't bring no relief. I found the note she left me folded under the sugar bowl. Just 6 spare words and one long wound spread wide across my soul. Don't come looking after midnight, Lord. You know I read it twice, then sat there like a beggar in a room gone hard as ice. Ashes in the seventh rain, gray where gold once shined. I keep turning over pieces, hoping I can change my mind. Ashes in the seventh rain, drifting when I breathe. Funny how the hottest love can leave so cold a thing to grieve. If I had held my temper, if you had held your tongue, maybe this old ruin would still be warm and young. But the truth don't ride on maybe. It arrives and takes a chair, puts its elbows on the table, says she's gone and she ain't there. So I'll let the saxophone cry what I can't frame outright, and let Saturn keep the witness of another scorched up night. Ashes in the seventh rain, gray where gold once shined. I keep turning over pieces, hoping I can change my mind. Ashes in the seventh rain, floating through my blues. Only thing that still burns bright is how I still miss you.
catches half a song, fades to hiss, comes back in crooked, like it knows what went wrong. I sit up with the curtains open, city dim and almost gone, trying to hear some sign of sense before the stubborn dawn. But all I get is blue static from Saturn in my room, a far-off kind of aching and a slow revolving gloom. Sounds like your last conversation, sounds like my own excuse. All that blue static from Saturn, singing through the blues. Blue static from Saturn, buzzing in my bones, makes every empty corner sound like it remembers tones. Blue static from Saturn, too faint to call it truth, too clear to call it nothing when I'm sitting here with you gone. You used to tune the dial better, had a patient, gentle wrist, could pull a melody from weather, draw a station from the mist. I'd watch you by that lamplight with one slipper half kicked off, and think a home was something simple, warm and close enough to touch. Now the kitchen clock goes stubborn, fridge hums low in E, and every common household sound turns elegy to me. Funny what survives a leaving, cups, keys, unpaid dues, and that blue static from Saturn, singing through the blues. Blue static from Saturn, buzzing in my bones, makes every empty corner sound like it remembers tones. Blue static from Saturn, too faint to call it truth, too clear to call it nothing when I'm sitting here with you gone. If I heard your voice outright, I might finally let you go, but grief prefers distortion just enough to keep me close. So let the signal wander, let the whole night breathe and blur. I have chased too many clear things only to come back to her. Some men ask for revelation, some for one more old excuse. Me, I sit and hear the universe break softly in a blues. Blue static from Saturn, buzzing in my bones, makes every empty corner sound like it remembers tones. Blue static from
I borrowed a telescope from a man upstairs in 3B. He said, bring it back by Sunday, and don't go finding truth for free. I took it to the fire escape with a blanket and a chair, pointed it above the rooftops just to get some distance there. But every shining body I found only led me back to you, to the shape of how you listen to the things I didn't do. Funny how a lens can widen heaven and narrow what you choose when you're looking through borrowed telescope blues. Borrowed telescope blues, seeing far, feeling near. Whole sky full of wonders, but your absence stays the clearest here. Borrowed telescope blues, long night point of view. I can name 100 lonely stars, but every one spells you. Mrs. Alvarez below me knocked a rug against the rail. Kids on the corner argued over cards in county jail. Train rolled like old trouble somewhere beyond the river bend, and the city kept on living like my ache was just a friend. I found a pale ring lantern hanging cool in the black. Looked like digging at a distance, like something I could never pack. You used to say I worship what I could not safely use. Maybe that's the law of borrowed telescope. Borrowed telescope blues, seeing far, feeling near. Whole sky full of wonders, but your absence stays the clearest here. Borrowed telescope blues, long night point of view. I can name 100 lonely stars, but every one spells you. Always interrupts what the dark lets us believe. Yeah, and every borrowed window has a time you have to leave. So I carried back that telescope before the church bells rang. Neighbor said, you see anything? I said, only what still stings. He laughed and took the case from me, said that's usually how it goes. Then watered his hallway spider plant and stocking feet and old work clothes. I went downstairs lighter, though not healed clean. Some nights all you get is a better look at what is true. Borrowed telescope blues, seeing far, feeling near. Whole sky full of wonders, but your absence stays the clearest here. Borrowed telescope blues, that's the news I bring. The farther out I search for peace, the more I felt your ring. In a brownstone off the avenue, with a stair that creaked and grazed, you kept lilies by the window and a calm about your face. Books stacked high beside the sofa, records leaning by the wall. Every little thing you touched looked like it had survived it all. I was a man of late arrivals, shirt sleeves, smoke and weathered schemes. You were measured as a metronome and gentler than my dreams. Yet you let me in on Thursdays when the city dimmed its shine, and we made a quiet planet out of your rooms and out of mine. Brownstone rings circling slow around the love we almost knew. Brownstone rings, warm and low, still turning every thought of you. You would pour the tea just so, then laugh at how I rushed. Say the world can't keep its panic, sit a while and let it hush. I'd pretend I didn't need that, then stay until near dawn, telling you about my failings in a voice worn thin and drawn. Once you traced the scar above my wrist and asked me who I'd been, I said mostly all my worst parts with a few good moments in. You said that can still make music if a man learns where to start. Lord, nobody ever spoke that straight and landed in my heart. Brownstone rings circling slow around the love we almost knew. Brownstone rings, warm and low, still turning every thought of you. I left for work and worry, light and truth. Sometimes what ruins sweetness is not hate, just wasted youth. Now I pass that block in winter and I do not lift my head. Some losses keep their dignity if certain words stay unsaid. But on hard nights when the band gets quiet and the room goes blue, I feel those brownstone rings go turning like they still remember you. Brownstone rings circling slow around the love we almost knew. Brownstone rings, warm and low, still turning every thought of you.
The ice in my glass made a small clear sound, like a little hard truth when it finally comes around. Room was all velvet shadows, low brass and skin, Saturn in the window, me with warm gin. Bartender knew better than to ask how long I'd stay. He seen men build cathedrals out of maybe and someday, and I was was halfway through one when you walked back in with your cold, bright rings and my warm gin. Cold rain, warm gin, that's the shape I'm in. You with all that distance, me trying to pull you in. Cold rings, warm gin, nothing new beneath the blue. But every time the night gets quiet, I still drink to you. You sat down like winter in a borrowed summer dress, said I won't be here long, and I nodded yes to less. There are some arrangements, sorrowed drafts without a pen. Two people share in silence like they still know where they've been. The piano rolled so softly it almost sounded kind, and your hand around the stemware nearly undid my mind. I asked you if you're happy, you smiled that careful grin, said happy's a bright coat, I just wear the weather I'm in. Cold rings, warm gin, that's the shape I'm in. You with all that distance, me trying to pull you in. Cold rings, warm gin, nothing new beneath the blue. But every time the night gets quiet, I still drink to you. Love don't always leave you with thunder, tears, and blame. Sometimes it just turns formal and forgets your given name. When closing time arrived, you fixed your gloves and stood, said take care of yourself now, like a stranger trying good. I watched the door receive you, watched the mirror lose your face, then looked up at Saturn holding steady in its place. I raised what little mercy still was left inside my skin and toasted all the miles between your cold rings and my gin. Cold rings, warm gin, that's the shape I'm in. You with all that distance, me trying to pull you in. Cold rings, warm gin, old ache, same old spin. The stars can keep their heaven, I'll take the blues I'm in.
That beale and vine, the pavement dips where every hustler knows a man can lose his temper, cash, and girl before the last bar closes. I was carrying a week's bad pay and a good hat in my hand, trying to walk like disappointment wasn't in my business plan. Then I heard your heels strike rhythm like a drummer marking time, and all my common sense got a weaker at beale and vine. You had eyes that made a promise and a mouth that charged a fee. That kind of gravity don't care what shape a fool might be. Yeah. Gravity on beale and vine, pulling hard on yours and mine. You smile once and then decline. That's gravity on beale and vine. professionals always do. Said your old man ran to Houston, said your sister sang in church, said the city trains a woman to make mercy out of her. I believed about half of it and loved the other half. That's enough to start a fire, enough to earn a laugh. The waiter brought us catfish, hot sauce and rye, and somewhere in the kitchen something shattered right on time. Gravity on, feeling fine, pulling hard on yours and mine. You smile once and then decline. That's gravity on, feeling fine, pulling hard on yours and mine. You smile once and then decline. That's gravity on, feeling fine. Streetcar bell, barroom shout, blue note bending in and out. What goes up in midnight heat comes down hard on Beale and Vine. Oh! By 2:30 you were dancing with a boxer from Duluth. By 3 I learned the difference between desire and the truth. Paid my tab and hit the corner where the cold wind kept me straight. Looked up and saw old Saturn like a patient hand of fate. I said you can have the heavens, I got sidewalks left to find. Then I laughed and caught my breath. That Beale and Vine, gravity on Beale and Vine, pulling hard on yours and mine. You smile once and men decline. That's gravity on Beale and Vine, pulling hard on yours and mine. You smile once and men decline. That's gravity on Beale and Vine. They built the observatory high above the river bend, where rich men go to name the dark and call it comprehend. But I came there after midnight with a collar turned to cold, following a whisper that the night watch pour drinks bold. Sure enough, behind the lobby where the polished brass had shined, there was a little after-hours bar with cheap enough red wine, and a woman cleaning glasses with a face I almost knew. Like every star I ever trusted had once passed through. Let's go at the observatory. That's where heaven came down small. No grand design, no blazing glory, just your shadow by the wall. Let's go at the observatory. I drank to what I could not see, and all those distant lights looked closer than what was right in front of me. You said men climb toward answers when the ground gets hard below. I said, and what do women do? You said, we learn what not to show. Then you poured another finger and turned the lamp down low. Outside the dome kept opening its slow mechanical snow. I told you about a marriage that failed polite and late,
it fate. You said that kind's the deepest cut, it leaves the least to blame. And for a minute all my old defenses could not remember their name. Last call at the observatory, that's where heaven came down small. No grand design, no blazing glory, just your shadow by the wall. Last call at the observatory, I drank to what I could not see, and all those distant lights looked closer than what was right in front of me. Some truths arrive in whispers, some only when chairs are stacked, and some loves pass between two strangers who know they can't go back. At closing time you touched my sleeve and said, "You'll be alright." The kindest lie is often just enough to last the night. I stepped out to the terrace where Saturn burned clear and white, and understood how distance can still feel almost bright. Last call at the observatory, that's where heaven came down small. No grand design, no blazing glory, just your shadow by the wall. Last call at the observatory, one last drink with memory. The stars kept all their cold perfection and left the human blues to me.
You came through the doorway light as a 1:45. Had Tibolo green coat on, perfume cut clean through. Bartender stopped polishing just to watch you take the floor, like you knew every broken promise you ever made in every bar before. You laughed with low gravity, nothing touched the ground. Even the hard luck men got gentle when you came around. I should have known a woman moving that easy through the room could leave a man suspended in his own self-made gloom. Low gravity woman, you make the whole room sway, lift the weight off everybody, then you drift away. Oh, low gravity woman, smooth as a midnight wine. I was built for solid ground, but you unfastened mine. We talked beside the piano while the left hand rolled in blue. You said I'd never stay too long, well, folks need me to too. I said that sounds like trouble dressed up, neat and smart. You said only to a man who mistakes desire for art. Then you smiled like a gambler with a last ace in her sleeve and laid a hand upon my shoulder like she planned to make me believe. By the time the tenor solo bent the air and turned it thin, I was already halfway out where you'd never let me the whole room sway. Lift the weight off everybody, then you drift away. Low roll gravity woman, smooth as a midnight wine. I was built for solid ground, but you unfastened mine. Now my feet still hit the pavement, but my sense don't work the same. You can blame it on the bourbon, but I'm calling it your name. Saw you in the week that followed in the back of a taxi cab. Street lamp on your cheekbone, looking rich in what I lacked. You never saw me standing by the all-night grocery sign, holding bread, eggs, and a heart still hanging out to dry. Some folks love a home fire, some folks love a storm. Some men pray for shelter, some like danger warm. I'm the fool who learned too late what the old songs try to warm. When a low gravity woman leaves, the floor don't feel reborn. Low gravity woman, you make a whole room sway. Lift the weight off everybody, then you drift away. Low roll gravity woman, what a state I'm in. Still reaching for the air where your hands once had been. I used to save my nickels in a tobacco tin by the bed, for rent, for soup, for winter shoes, for the things a grown man dreads. But some nights when the ceiling pressed too close upon my eyes, I'd walk up to the corner store and buy a little piece of sky. One cheap bottle, one late match, one rooftop, and one view. A man can make a kingdom out of almost nothing new. And if the stars look richer than the people down below, well, I still had my nickels and somewhere to let them go. Nickels for the night sky, that's what I would pay for one good hour of not feeling life had boxed me all the way. Nickels for the night sky, small change, deep blue, a poor man's kind of medicine when the world comes hard on you. Then you came with your practical hands and your grocery list of cents, patched the elbow on my Sunday coat and called my drifting expensive. Said dreaming has its uses, but it won't keep out the cold. I kissed the crease between your brows and acted brave and bold. I was young enough to think love would wait around while I grew wise, old enough to know better if I looked you in the eyes. By the time I learned the value of the steady and the true, I had spent us both on moonlight and a ragged point of view. Nickels for the night sky, that's what I would pay for one good hour of not feeling life had boxed me all the way. Nickels for the night sky, small change, deep blue, a poor man's kind of medicine when the world comes hard on you. Now I count what really matters. Slower, humbler hands. Some things cost more than money. Some losses outlast plans. Still on a hard roof in August when the whole town feels used through, I hear the old guitar answer with a lonesome honest truth. A man can chase the heavens and still owe what's overdue, but songs that have a broken sorry make a payment to the blues. Nickels for the night sky, that's what I still save. Not to escape the living, just to bear what living gave. Nickels for the night sky, soft stars shining through, a poor man's kind of mercy in the middle of the blues. Sat by the window where the neon stone rain. Clock on the back wall kept calling out your name. City wore a halo made of cheap electric light. I was counting all the ways you vanished from the night. Your coffee cup was cold where your lipstick used to stay, like a little red planet that had drifted far away. And the band down the hall played a tired, tender star, while Saturn hung above me with rings around my heart. I got Saturn Blues, slow turning through my chest, rings around my heart. Won't let this sorrow rest. Every time I hold you, you move a little far, leaving me to love you like a lonely looking star. I got Saturn Blues, babe, nothing left to prove, just a dim lit soul in a long revolving groove. Landlord beat the radiator like a dry and angry snare. Taxi tires whisper secrets to the frozen midnight air. I told myself you'd call me when your pride had its say, but the dawn came pale and empty and the promise slid away. I've loved some reckless people, I've lied and taken blame, but with you it felt like mercy wrapped in trouble just the same. Now the room keeps going round me, though I'm sitting in one chair, like a man who lost his future to a little smoking stare. I got Saturn Blues, slow turning through my chest, rings around my heart. Won't let this sorrow rest. Every time I hold you, you move a little far, leaving me to love you like a lonely looking star. I got Saturn Blues, babe, nothing left to prove, just a dim lit soul in a long revolving groove. Maybe I was born to circle what I cannot ever keep. Maybe love is just a promise that the dark forgets to keep. Still I leave the hallway light on like a foolish old refrain, for the sound of your hard footsteps and your soft excuse for pain. Morning found a saxophone asleep inside its case, dust on every silver key like time upon a face. I put on my good jacket, straightened up and took the part, but Saturn kept on shining with its rings around my heart. I got Saturn blues, slow turning through my chest, rings around my heart, won't let this sorrow rest. Every time I hold you, you move a little far, leaving me to love you like a lonely looking star. I got Saturn blues, babe, that old aching true, the slow black sky and a handful of you. I packed 2 shirts, a razor, and a photograph gone pale, a station cup of coffee, and a pocket full of fail. The porter called the line out like a preacher at the gate. I carried on my leaving, but I still arrived too late. Every town has got a window where a lonely man can see how the life he almost lived keeps waving back at him for free. And every motel mirror throws a tired and crooked face of a man with Saturn in his suitcase. Saturn in my suitcase, heavy as goodbye, rattling with the miles underneath the changing sky. Saturn in my suitcase, made 8 out a year. I can fold my clothes neat, but I can't fold up these tears. Played a lounge in Joliet where the piano leaned to one side. Singer knew 3 standards and the truth she kept inside. Drummer had a wedding band still shining on his hand. Said I only hit the road so I can understand. I said, friend, if you learn it, write and tell me where. He laughed into his cigarette and vanished in the air. By dawn I tipped the waitress and she said, you passing through like nobody had ever built a life from things they couldn't do. Saturn in my suitcase, heavy as goodbye, towns blur together like a dark and restless ocean. If I ever make it back there, I won't knock and make a speech. I'll just stand where your curtains move close enough to reach. Till then I got this baggage and the songs I can't outrun. A coat that smells like train smoke and mornings one by one. You'd think a man could travel light after all he's had to lose, but Saturn rides beside me and I pay his fare in blues. Oh, Saturn in my suitcase, heavy as goodbye. Well, you're rattling with the miles underneath the changing sky. Saturn in my suitcase, rings made out of years. I can fold my clothes neat, but I can't fold up these tears.
Saturn wore a silk tie the night he came to town. Slipped into the side room where the dealers gather round. Ordered rye, no water, tipped the girl a folded 10. Sat there like he owned the luck and the weakness of all men. I was on my third bad decision, and my second honest thought, watching a woman in green gloves pretend she couldn't be bought. Then that silk-tied planet smiled as if he knew the end of every little bargain we mistake for a friend. Saturn wore a silk tie sharp enough to cut, sat down at my table and read me down to gut. Saturn wore a silk tie, said, "Son, you like the game." I said, "Only till the morning comes and everybody drops the name." He said, "You chase elegance because your past was plain and poor. You love women with departure in the way they hold a door. You drink to slow the spinning, but you sing to speed it up. And every time you swear you're healed, you raise another cup." I said, "That's a hard assessment from a man not even born." He laughed and lit a cigarette like midnight taking form. Meanwhile, Green Glove crossed the room and kissed a banker on the cheek. And everything I might have said suddenly got weak. Saturn wore a silk tie sharp enough to cut, sat down at my table and read me down a gut. Saturn wore a silk tie, said, "Son, you like the game." I said, "Only till the morning comes and everybody drops the name." If the devil came in velvet, he'd probably ask for jazz and tell the broke romantic exactly who he was. When I look back toward the bar stool, Saturn's tab was paid in full. Nothing left but ash and a rule. suddenly more truthful. I straightened up my jacket, tipped the bend, and hit the street where dawn was laying pale cards face up at my feet. Saturn wore a silk tie, and maybe he was right about the way I court the dark and call it style at night. Saturn wore a silk tie, but I still got one thing true. I may lose clean to longing, but I make it sing the blues.
Landlord came on Tuesday with his hat set mean and low. Tapped the door frame with his cane like a man who runs the weather show. Said I need what's due by Friday, or this key won't fit no more. So I looked around my little room and measured up the floor. Called the trumpet player Kenny, called Lucille who sings in red, called the cousin from the corner with the cards and raisin bread. By sundown Saturday, though our hallway shook from stoop clear down the pantry, we were gonna save the month with a 7th house rent party. 7th house rent party. Bring your dollars and your shoes. Bring your loud laugh, bring your sad friend, bring your best Saturday blues. 7th house rent party. Let the whole old building swing. When the world gets astronomical, we answer back by string and skin. Miss Irene brought potato pie and a jar of something brown. Boxer Joe brought folding chairs and his ex from out of town. Kids were sliding in the hallway, old men knocking dominoes, while Lucille hit a high note clean enough to iron clothes. Piano man was sweating joy, tenor sax was testifying. Couples patched up arguments and started fresh slow dancing. Even Mrs. Ward on 7, who complains at every sound, dropped a nickel in the hat and let her gray hair tumble down. 7th house rent party. Bring your dollars and your shoes. Bring your loud laugh, bring your sad friend, bring your best Saturday blues. 7th house rent party. Let the whole old building swing. When the world gets astronomical, we answer back by string and skin. Some folks talk of planets as if fate lives way up there. I've seen salvation sweat in a crowded rented air. By $100 sat folded in a coffee tin. By 2 the landlord came upstairs and could not help but grin. Said I ought to shut this down, but his feet kept finding time. But before that hard old man was clapping on the line. So if Saturn hangs above us with his bills and distant stare, we'll answer with a kitchen beat and bourbon in the air. 7th house rent party. Bring your dollars and your shoes. Bring your loud laugh, bring your sad friend, bring your best Saturday blues. 7th house rent party. Mercy with a backbeat sting. We paid the rent in laughter at the 7th house rent party. taxis pass with all their windows raised. Street lights blink like tired saints, and every face is half amazed by how the rent climbs higher while the hope gets cut in two. And every young man with a clean white dream comes back with dusty shoes. I was born down near the rail line where the night stayed hard and hot. Mama said, keep your hands clean, son, this world will say they're not. I did my best with little, but little learns to bend. On the south side of Saturn, where the hard days never end. South side of Saturn, that's where I paid my dues. Where the sky hangs low and heavy, and the sidewalk sings the blues. South side of Saturn, raised on smoke and prayer. If you hear me singing rough, that's just the weather in the air. Worked a warehouse through December, fingers splitting raw. Foreman talked in pennies, acted like he owned the law. Friday nights I'd hit the club where the trumpet knew my name, and a woman in a silver dress could wash a week of shame. She'd say, boy, don't let this city teach your heart to close. Then lean into the spotlight while the band played something slow. I tried to live by music, but the landlord liked cash best. So I learned how dreams get measured by the holes left in your chest. South side of Saturn, that's where I paid my dues. Where the sky hangs low and heavy, and the sidewalk sings the blues. South side of Saturn, raised on smoke and prayer. If you hear me sing it rough, that's just the weather in the air. Still there's laughter on the stoop, still there's Sunday in the bread, still there's some old horn at midnight lifting tired souls from bed. Now I sing these rooms downtown for people dressed in softer lives. They clap on 2 and 4 and tell me how my sorrow sounds alive. But every note I've been comes from a block they'll never know, from a mother counting nickels while the winter pushed the stove. So if Saturn looks familiar when I raise this microphone, it's because I met that darkness young and nearly called it home. South side of Saturn, that's where I paid my dues. Where the sky hangs low and heavy, and the sidewalk sings the blues. South side of Saturn, hear it honest, hear it plain. You can leave the neighborhood, but it keeps singing in your veins. Moon wasn't on duty over Basin Street that night. Just a yellow street lamp and a planetary light hung low over rooftops like a landlord collecting dues, while I chased one silver promise in a pair of satin shoes. She danced like she had practiced, slipping free of every vow, talked sweet enough to calm a storm and mean less than it sounded somehow. The clarinet kept climbing, the piano laid it neat, and Saturn watched me lose my sense clear down on Basin Street. There's a planet over Basin Street, turning slow and mean, shines on every bad idea, dressed up sharp and clean. Planet over Basin Street, don't you grin at me. You see me kiss my last good luck goodbye in B flat minor key. Cap van full of witnesses, shoe shine boys and saints, women leaning in the doorway with their careful eyes and paint. I said, baby, where you headed? She said, wherever this night ends. That's the kind of answer trouble gives before it plays pretend. We took a table by the bandstand near the sweating candle jar. She said she liked a man with scars who knew when not to talk too hard. Well, I got both in working order, so I offered up a grin. By the time the second set began, I knew the shape I'd fallen in. There's a planet over Basin Street, turning slow and mean, shines on every bad idea, dressed up sharp and clean. Planet over Basin Street, don't you grin at me. You see me kiss my last good luck goodbye in B flat minor key. Morning makes a witness, night would never be. And every smooth-tongued promise sounds different after 3. She left before the daylight with my lighter and my sleep. Nothing in her empty chair but perfume settling deep. Band packed up in silence, trumpet in a weathered case. I paid the check and tipped the girl who wouldn't meet my face. Out on Basin Street, the baker pulled hot loaves into the dawn, and Saturn still looked satisfied to see another dream gone wrong. There's a planet over Basin Street, turning slow and mean, shines on every bad idea, dressed up sharp and clean. Planet over Basin Street, I know you're kind too well. You hang above the eager and the damned and ring the bell. Oh, B flat minor key. Oh, B flat minor key. Oh, oh, yes, well.
Saturday came shining with a pawn shop kind of grace. I put my last clean collar on and smiled into my face. The shoes had too much history, the hat was short on brim, but a man can still look hopeful when the light gets low and dim. But the drummer kicked a backbeat and the whole night pulled me in. Then you walked through the door frame with that thrift store saintly glow, like a little tin halo in a smoking jukebox glow. Tin halo Saturday, spin a little over me. I ain't asking heaven, just a place your eyes can see. Tin halo Saturday, bright and cheap and true. Sometimes a broke down miracle looks a lot like you. Glass of rye. You said don't step on my future. I said baby I can try. You laughed like loose change raining in a lucky poor man's coat, and every joke got through your way came back and stayed afloat. The piano man got reckless, the whole room began to shout. Somebody lost a wallet, somebody's wife stormed out, but you and I stayed easy in a little island spin, while the world went to pieces and the house kept caving in. Halo Saturday, spin a little over me. I ain't asking heaven, just a place your eyes can see. Tin halo Saturday, bright and cheap and true. Sometimes a broke down miracle looks a lot like you. bill. Tonight the band is swinging and my bed looks standing still. If you leave by morning, well, I've seen that road before. I won't call it forever if it only makes one more. Good things don't get cheaper just because they do not last. And joy can wear a dime store shine that outlives high-priced glass. So play that turnaround, boys, let the stumble shake the room. The sad and do is worrying somewhere beyond the moon. I'm right here in the laughter where the broken choose to stay. Blessed by a tin halo on a Saturday. Tin halo Saturdays spin a little over me. I ain't asking heaven, just a place your eyes can see. Tin halo Saturday, bright and cheap and true. Sometimes a broke down miracle looks a lot like you.
You met me where the backroom singers powdered down the day. Mirror bulbs half working, laughter trying hard to stay. Outside the alley shimmered with rain and cigarette perfume. Inside your face turned gold beneath that ringlight moon. You said the crowd was thirsty, but not for anything true. I said that's why they come to watch somebody like you. You shrugged like praise was cheap talk, but your eyes gave something room. And I stood there losing language in that ring light moon. Under the ring light moon, everything looked almost kind. Your shadow on the dressing screen still won't leave my mind. Under the ring light moon, I learned what longing can do. A little borrowed glow can make a fool believe in you. You sang a song on heartache with no waste in any line. Had the whole room holding still like church and sin combined. Men who came for swagger sat upright and felt exposed. Women with hard lipstick closed their eyes before the close. When the applause finally broke, it sounded late and small, like nobody wanted daylight having any say at all. Then you found me by the service door and asked if I had a smoke. I handed one with shaking hands, and you smiled before you spoke. Under the ring light moon, everything looked almost kind. Your shadow on the dressing screen still won't leave my mind. Under the ring light moon, I learned what longing can do. A little borrowed glow can make a fool believe in you. You said don't fall for singers, we live from town to town. I said then let me have this hour before the next bus rolls around. Morning came too practical, chairs up on the floor. Somebody sweeping glitter toward the cracked side door. You were gone by 7:30, bill unpaid except in tune. But I still walk half-lit by that ring light moon. Under the ring light moon, everything looked almost kind. Your shadow on the dressing screen still won't leave my mind. Under the ring light moon, that old ache blooms anew. A little borrowed glow can make a fool believe in you.
I had a velour sky above me and cheap shoes on my feet, walking home from playing heartbreak for the drunks on Mercer Street. Tip jar held more wishes than dollars by a mile, but I carry myself easy like a man who still had style. Then I passed that all-night diner where you used to take your break. Hair tied back, white apron on, eyes too tired to fake. You'd save me coffee after close and let me talk things through. Back when a poor man's future still had room enough for two. Velour sky, cheap shoes, soft night, hard news. Ain't much money in these pockets, still got miles left to lose. Velour sky, cheap shoes, that's the road I choose. When the world won't hand me mercy, I make music from the blues. You asked me once so quietly, you ever gonna stay? I joked the way a scared man does and let the moment slip away. Some mistakes don't shout or break, they just settle in the grain. Then years later they rise up every time it starts to rain.
Now the city wraps itself in that rich, forgiving cloth, makes the fire escapes look holy, and the worn-out people soft. But regret don't care for scenery. It walks right through the view like a heel worn down uneven in an old familiar shoe. Velour sky, cheap shoes, soft night, hard news. Ain't much money in these pockets, still got miles left to lose. Velour sky, cheap shoes, that's the road I choose. When the world won't hand me mercy, I make music from the blues. If I see you in that diner, I won't speak in borrowed charm. I'll just tell the truth plain-hearted about the nights I missed your arms. Till then, let the bass walk under, let the trumpet veil the air, let Saturn keep its distance, and let memory take its chair. I've got cheap shoes, yes, but they still know the way back home. And a song can turn a long block into less of being alone. Velour sky, cheap shoes, soft night, the hard news. Ain't much money in these pockets, still got miles left to lose. Velour sky, cheap